Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Cory with Utah Dream Properties and Keller Williams. Hey, today we're going to talk to you about how an appraisal works.
Let's get to work. Let's get to work.
All right, so an appraisal is kind of unique, right? It's what the bank orders in order to get a value of a home. So they ask an appraiser to go out to a property that we've got under contract, and the appraiser's job is to go through the home and to figure out what value that home is at. So of course, with that being said, there's a human element in it, so there could be different feelings for different people that would go out there and do them. So that means that they can range a little bit, right? They're supposed to be very close no matter what happens. I think one of the best things I can do is I'll do a little sketch for you, and I'll show you kind of what an appraiser's job is when it comes to figuring out the value of a home, because they go to the property and then they also do some homework when it comes to that. They go into the MLS and they look at some sold homes, they look at some active homes, they look at stuff that's under contract, because they're trying to figure out where the market has been, where it is, and where it's going. So they're supposed to keep all of that stuff in mind when they're doing an appraisal. So let me show you a little drawing real quick that seems to help people understand a little bit of how they're doing this. All right, so I'm not an artist, but this is how I explain this to people. Like, for example, when I go to a listing appointment. So if this is our house that we're gonna sell, or that the appraisal is gonna be done at, an appraiser is supposed to go there and they're supposed to look and make believe that this big circle is about a mile from the home. If it's a unique property or something like that, of course, they'll have to adjust that and go out further than that. And another thing they do is they look for similar homes. So they look for, if it's a rambler, they're going to look at other ramblers. If it's a two-story, they're going to look at two stories, and on and on. And then there are some unique properties. There's some properties that we go to. For example, some of our luxury properties are very unique. They are stuff that we would have to look for miles away to find the proper home. But generally, for a very high percentage of the homes, they go about this mile out. And then they look at all the little homes that are in here, right? If you just think of all these little dots as homes that are out there, they're gonna look for homes, several of them that have sold. So let's say they pick 5 or 6 that have sold, and then they pick 5 or 6 that are under contract, and then they pick 5 or 6 that are active. And from that, they put it all into the computer, and that spits out some raw numbers. And then us as agents, we know, okay, we got to take those raw numbers and we've got to look at what's the market really doing, what's that particular neighborhood doing, those kind of things. And that's what an appraiser is also supposed to do. Also, if let's say this is on a big hill, or let's say there's a really main road right here, and our house that we're selling is right here, they're probably going to look at, if this is uphill, they're going to take into consideration these ones up here might be multi-million dollars. This row right here might be just under $1 million, and then down here on the other side of the road might be 500,000 or 600,000. So they take all that stuff into consideration when they're looking for properties. Hopefully that drawing doesn't confuse you more than it helps you. All right, so today we tried to give you a little bit of information on an appraisal. I know appraisals can be a little challenging sometimes to understand, and there is the human element in it, as I spoke about just a minute ago. The bank wants to know, they don't want to lend more money on a home than what it's worth, obviously, and they don't want to do that because they don't want to put you as a buyer in a bad position on a home. So that's kind of a safety valve. So as an example, if we had approved or got under contract on a home for $700,000 and the appraiser went out there and said, "Oh, hold on, this is only worth $680,000, well, then we would have to figure that out, right? And that's good to have that appraiser be able to tell us that. Or on the other side of it, we go under contract at $700,000 and the appraiser said it's worth $750,000, fantastic. You've got equity when you move in. So appraiser's job is very important. All right, everybody, Bree's hard at work putting these out every Friday. Please like and subscribe. All of our contact information is down below. You can contact us, phone, text, email, whatever you need. We're here for you. Please keep asking questions. That's why we do these videos. We want to get you the information that you need. Have a great day.